What is up, everybody? I'm NoLexGiven, back with some more Solforge Fusion, and there's some big news right now in Solforge Fusion. There is a brand new set that has just been released. Let's find that here. The Last Winter is now in this Solforge Fusion digital content, and it brought along with it a few other really cool updates, but the one that I am the most excited about is free monthly Phantom decks. So I believe how this is going to work is we can head over to, I thought it was going to be in the shop. No it is. I'm just blind. $0. You can claim your set of Phantom decks every single month, and that's going to give you 4 decks that I believe are unique to your collection. But I'm not sure. They might be like the tutorial decks, and it might be like everybody gets the same ones. But regardless, everybody gets free decks each month, and then you can pair those with your personal half decks in a variety of ways. So what I thought might be fun to do for this video is open these up. I have not, let me know if you do this yourself, if you get these exact same ones, or honestly, somebody will probably let me know, but I'll ask on the Discord, and I'll let you know. Go down to the comments or go down to the video description, and I'll tell you if everybody gets the same decks or everybody gets different ones. But either way, I think that something that would be cool content for me to showcase on the channel is open up these 4 Phantom decks and pretend like we're looking at a sealed pool and see, okay, what would I do if I opened up these 4 decks in a sealed pool? Now, I'm not the best Solforge Fusion player specifically, but maybe we get enough of these under our belt and we start to learn how to evaluate cards in this game, and we can eventually share that knowledge or something. I don't know, but at the very least, sounds fun for me to do. So let's take a look at the Aloyan deck to kick things off, and we'll look at the Forgeborn. The Forgeborn's important if we're going to be critiquing these as if this is a sealed tournament. So we've got and I wanted to say this too, I don't believe I said this, but this is my first time looking at The Last Winter as a set. Now, the way that Solforge Fusion works is, this is kind of how the original Solforge worked as well. All of these sets are going to kind of be forged together. There's going to be cards that you can find in The Last Winter that you couldn't find in previous sets. There's going to be cards that you could find in the previous sets that won't be available in Last Winter. And you'll even find some half cards, like Tactician was available, and I do believe Arrogant was available, but here's an example. We've got Brigard, Carrier. Now that looks like it's 2 different cards fused together, because I see the ring around it, though sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell with the rarities. But let's pretend that the Brigard is a new, like, half of a card, but I haven't seen Brigard or Carrier before. I'm not sure if I'm fully making sense with that, but I'm just saying you might see brand new cards and you might see brand new halves of cards with the fused card mechanic that we see in Solforge Fusion. So we've got flight modifications, give a creature +4. This turn it gets mobility 1. I kind of like that as damage push. However, I'd almost kind of rather prefer that on the Lily's like sprawled out here. Let me move her over just a little bit. Oh, I can't get her head on the screen because that's as far as my camera goes over. But I'd almost rather flight modifications on a further down level where you can really push through that damage. So it seems a little bit weak compared to some other Forgeborn abilities we've seen. Give one of your creatures +3/+3. You may repeat one of its deploy abilities. Oh, that could be really interesting if we've got some powerful deploy abilities. I'm not blocking anything on the screen here, am I? No, I think that this is perfect. So we could upgrade a card in our hand for free. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on future deploy abilities. If there's replaced a creature, Return up to one creature to its printed. Stabilizing is actually really good. That is a gold augment or gold fused card. So I do really like that. And then we also have an Exalt in the form of Aloyan Monolith. It probably isn't super important to pay attention to our deploys as we look at all of our other decks and things, but because I'm not super sold on flight modifications. And then we also have Boost, which I gotta lean in pretty far here, but this says I can't make this bigger, can I? No. Choose one, play a Mega Gizmo, play a creature in a lane with one of your Exalts for free. Okay, all right, well that goes along with our Exalt, obviously, and yeah, pretty straightforward. The play of Mega Gizmo is just kind of like a backup if you don't have an Exalt anywhere. When this moves, you can play a Gizmo in the vacated lane. That's cool, leaves it behind. Very flavorful, actually. I love that. The Carrier. We also have Guard Activist, which has a double deploy. Armor and Upgrade. Not too shabby. The Carrier really doesn't level, but is quite strong on level 1 and actually pretty strong on level 2. Does give a Mega Gizmo. Maybe that's enough. Only mobility 1 on the level 3 on a 210 though. Not the best. Guard Activist definitely falls off. I'd say it's probably under-leveled overall. This swaps lanes, but it does upgrade a card, obviously. This swaps lanes, and then the final one does not make you discard it with one of your other creatures. Okay, so kinds of gets in there. Not too bad, not too exciting though either. This armor on something that is so weak, they're really, I think, cautious with armor in this game for sure. Oh, I'm gonna take Lily off the screen. She is just showing her bottom half there. That doesn't need to be on screen for that long. I don't think it made a pretty good appearance there. Exalted. What does Exalted mean? Does that mean that it does something if you deploy it in the if it's in a lane with an Exalt? Well, the other thing that I don't think that I said, part of the reason I'm recording this video right now, I'm recording this basically 6:21 here. Tomorrow I'm going to do a sealed event with basically the same thing. So this is kind of like a practice event for me before I jump into a last winter sealed event tomorrow, basically being unexposed to any of these cards previously. Giving all of your creatures armor is decent. It's a pretty reasonable card. I don't know what Exalted means though. Oh, you know what Exalted means? Exalted might just mean like you get to... No, that... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, for a second I was thinking that the Exalt like allowed you to shuffle, basically allowed you to play this for free as a deploy. Because I think there were things like that. I don't know. I don't think that this card is super great. The armor's temporary, obviously. Stats are fine. The 6/4 is really good. If this replaced a creature, generally I don't like that, but aggressive and stealth is a pretty powerful way to push through damage. Then we also have the Assassin, which is a stabilizing assassin and actually really good stats across the board. I think that stabilizing assassin is quite good. Electronet can be free, so that's a pretty great spell. And then this can be free as well and can push through a lot of damage. Okay, Well, definitely some options for damage push. I don't think this is the most powerful deck, but it does also have 2 different ways to discard cards and upgrade them. Give your creature in this lane 6 armor this turn, then destroy this. Yeah, so this is just a spell that then has like a delayed effect of another spell. I think that's quite good, because you get to immediately upgrade a card regardless, and then you can use the armor whenever it's good, or if it's never good, then you just hang on the armor, you just hang on to it and use the boost. And ideally, the longer you hang on to this, kind of the more threatening it is for your opponent, but also then like you can freely use the level 2 and level 3 versions, like you can activate them, and then keep this level 1 version around for your level 3 or level 4 Forgeborn ability. So kind of interesting. Okay, 11 minutes. I was curious how much time it would take me to look through a deck. About 10 minutes to look through a deck, because I did the intro as well. So if we can figure out like which decks we're playing in about an hour, then that puts me about where I want to be for a sealed tournament. Let's take a look at this one next. We've got Dead Winter. You may give a creature -3/-3. If you have 1 or more spirits in your banish pile, do it again. But on another creature. Spirits in your banish. Okay, well, we'll take a look for spirits in our banish. That won't count wisps. You may play a mindless zombie minion. Give your minions +4. Really don't like that. And Army of the Damned on level 4 is not where I want that one to be either. Okay. Dead Winter is really powerful. The other two, not exactly where I want them to be, at the very least for sealed. Stealth, a few more stealth cards. Activate, give one of your creatures -3 to give this +3. Does not scale. It's just okay. Stealth is always good though, and you can push through a considerable amount of damage. Exalted, again, you know what I'm going to do? I am just going to, so that we might be able to get an answer during this video. I've just opened up Discord over here. Apologies if things slowed down a little bit, but I'm just going to go into Discord and I'm just going to say general. And say, please at me if you see this and know. What does Exalted activate? And then I will do an angel emoji. Great. Oh, there's a rules channel too. So let me post it there. And maybe somebody will be up and be able to answer that question in the middle of this recording. I don't actually think I'll get a ping for that, so I'll just keep Discord open on my other window here. Apologies. Doing some bookkeeping here too, because all of this stuff is brand new to me. It's a few weeks old at this point, the set, so there's probably some people that know. Probably anybody watching this knows more than me at this point, but I am dipping my toes in it here. So destroy an enemy creature with with 2 or less attack. Not super great. Engulfer gets quite strong though, as it levels up to an 8/5, and it is sort of an underdrop. You could also take out like some chump blockers or something with it. It's interesting. Doesn't impress me too much just yet. We have a Shambling card, which means when one of your creatures is destroyed, deal 1, gain 1, and the next creature an enemy player plays this turn gets -2/-2. Okay. Your opponent gets a lot of choice in that. they could play a spell to get around it, or if you play it early, then they just play like a worse card. Like particularly on the level 3 version, your opponent could just play like a 2/2, it dies, but then their level 3 card is totally untouched. So that's kind of interesting. By interesting, I mean bad. Here we have a spirit. Stout Spirit has to be unopposed or it dies. Give one of your creatures +3. It can gain stealth. Oh, okay, this is good. It can reanimate a creature. That's really good. Dreadbolt is reasonable. Upgrade a card in your discard pile. You may give a creature -2/2. If this destroys it, you may upgrade a card in your discard pile. A different card. This one could upgrade the same card twice, which is interesting. Okay, this also seems pretty strong. So some really strong spells in this deck. Okay, and actually a lot of spells. Varric's Embrace and reanimating a spirit. So spirit, pretty important. We could take the stout and that's it. Pretty low on creatures. Shambling Maw can kind of help you play control as well as some of these spells. And Immortal Echoes is basically just like a free -8/8 if you level a bunch of times, but then also helps to level up your deck. Dark Pyrings is Pryings. Oh, Pryings. Okay. Is pretty solid though. We'll see if there's any spirits in the Utera deck and if they pair up with anything else. I did get an answer on the Exalt ping. So it means that when a creature is in a lane with an Exalt, then it can use the ability. So it's not quite as strong as an activated ability. It's basically an activated ability with a little bit more restrictions. So having an Exalt even just like in your deck is pretty important. Oh, this deck has an Exalt too. Didn't even notice. Deploy, put 2 energy counters on this. Remove an energy counter to play a mindless zombie. Then if there's none, destroy it. In this lane, activate, remove an energy, reanimate a level 1 creature. Oh, so you could just use this to reanimate the not the Shambling Maw, the Engulfer. That's what it's called. Okay. Pretty big payoff. And then this also gets to reanimate, but now can reanimate level 2 things. I think those are good. Yeah, I mean, I think generally Exalts are going to be the cards that you build around. Play a level 1 10-piece card for free is crazy good. Crazy good. I think I'm picking this. Whirlwind on level 3. That's exactly where I want Whirlwind to be as well, because it really allows you to damage push and dealing 12, finish him off. I like this Korok. Let's see what we got here. Fleet Giant. Great. The mobility scales, the card really scales. It's a great payoff. We could pair this with Necrium or Aloyan, and this is a solid win condition. Activate, deal 2 damage to creatures adjacent to this and give them bonus attack. And it scales. It only deals 2 damage, but the ability scales, and I meant the card scales up to a pretty sizable 15. I like that. Rolling Hawk Rider. Oh, I just realized Lily is back in position. Here we are, puppy. So yeah, she's like barely. I could lift this camera up a little bit here. That's as far up as it'll go though, actually. Rolling Hawk Rider, mobility, deploy if this is lower level than your Forgeborn. Oh, if it's an underdrop, give up to 2 of your other creatures +3 attack. I love that. This moves into a lane with an opponent. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, we're playing 10-piece. Deal 5 damage to one of your creatures to deal 5 to an enemy creature. A lot of times this thing winds up taking itself out, but if you can just like kill off something small, yeah, it's actually pretty fantastic. Let me delete this message over here and just say thank you to Jed that responded to me. Stout Smash Fist. Give another one of your creatures. Ooh, Slay. Slay has gotta be when it kills something, right? I mean, I'm just guessing from Storybook Brawl and such. Seems good though. Seems good. Solid stats. I mean, I'm just feeling this deck. This art's got to be wrong here on the Vigilant Sparker, right? Play up to 1 Spell Sprite. Defender. 6/6/6/6 11/8. That's really interesting. Deploy the next creature you play this turn. Gets attack. While this is unopposed, it loses defender and has aggressive. So it's just an aggressive card. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, I mean, it seems solid. It doesn't level super well when you first look at it, but that's a lot of attack. So I think that could definitely be good. Spell Sprite, when you give a creature plus attack this turn, deal 2 damage to an enemy player, which I think that would include the Spell Swarms, and that means playing 2 Spell Swarms. All you have to do is play a spell, then they both get attack, and then you get to deal some damage. So that seems really good. But we don't have a Exalt in this deck. Disintegrate is good, levels well, it's actually an underdrop in this game and pretty strong. Give one of your creatures +5, it battles up to 1 enemy creature. So that means that it will fight back. Not super impressive on the Stone Skin, but there's ways that can be reasonable, especially like you go Chain Lightning, you Stone Skin something, fight something, trigger, hit your opponent for 4, 1 from the Spell Sprite getting pumped up, and then another trigger from the Stone Skin pumping something up. I do think I like this deck, even if some of the cards fell off at the end. I think overall it's pretty powerful, and there could be some ways that it can combine with an Utera deck here. Let's see what we got. United is 1. Give a creature +2 for each creature you have in play. Not bad. This looks like it might be really good. Upgrade up to 2 creatures in your hand, then discard 1 of them. Wow. Yeah, that's really good. Just upgrading on your Forgeborn ability I think is always solid. Give one of your creatures +8 health. If it's in a lane with one of your Exalts, give each creature adjacent +8 as well. Okay. While this has increased attack, it has armor. I like the Arrogant Raptor as an underdrop. I think that's probably where it stays. Should note, it's very easy to give this plus increased attack if we pair it with the Tempest deck. Breakthrough, when this has no adjacent creatures, destroy this. Wow, so you can't play it first play of the game, but it's really quite strong, and I would probably be looking to play it. Something like this is interesting, but the more aggressive you can be with your other plays, then the more you can take advantage of something like this. Stout Decayosaur, vanilla but reasonable. Utera Forebear, deploy, pump something up. That's always good. When this is destroyed, pump something up those same numbers. Notably, this is a spirit. We've got another spirit here with the Wolf Star Jin. This would be like a great card to reanimate too, because it's all about this effect, and even destroying it is quite good. Yeah. There's some other combos I can think of. When you use your Forgeborn ability, give this some stats. So it's actually a bit of an underdrop, unless you can play it on 3, level up, play it again on, and then use another Forgeborn ability on 4. That puts it up to 24. That's obviously great. 10-10 underdrop, not super great. 8-8 underdrop, pretty solid though. Ferocious Roar is insane, so that might bring this one back into play here. Then we've got upgrades. A Wisp, an upgrade, an Oak Father, and then upgrade and play it for free. Let's take a look at Overgrown, and then the Exalts. The enemy player plays up to 2 creatures and or Exalts for free, then you do it too, and gain 3 health. The final level is not symmetrical, which also means this is a great card to Might of the Trees or level up otherwise, potentially through Nova's Evolution or something. Could be pretty crazy. Does Nova's Evolution only hit creatures? It does, yeah. Okay. Then we also have Lycian Shard. That's a name I'm familiar with. 2 energy counters. Activate and remove an energy counter to give a creature in this lane +2 attack. If it is tiny, it gets Breakthrough. Okay, this is the weakest of these we have seen so far. So how would you put these decks together? I think it's pretty clear that I want to play this Tempest deck, right? I like having some small stuff to go with the Stampeding Mongosaur. It doesn't really seem like anything in the Tempest deck needs to be leveled other than like maybe Fleet Giant. Then one other cool thing is the Nargath Commander with armor, which I don't believe I saw here. Oh, this does. If you increase the attack first, then it gets armor. So that is kind of a cheeky way to utilize this. I don't know, I think that this deck just has a lot of strong cards. There's only one way to make a Wisp, but it's fine. I'll definitely be using Korok too. And my gut is telling me Utera. There's some... So the problem is, the Necrium deck is really control-y, really late game. Right? I mean, it also has a lot of ways to just push through damage. It's got Dark Pyrings. It almost has too many aggressive things, too. So this is one other thing I was thinking. The Covetous Bloodlord. Does that pair well with anything in the Tempest deck? I know there's the Activate card that has pretty low attack, so like giving this minus attack to pump up other stuff is reasonable. Giving this minus attack to pump up other stuff is also kind of reasonable if this is gonna switch back to being a defender. This also does have a few ways to make spell sprites, which actually get quite good because the Necrium deck has so many spells. This is a spell-heavy neck deck. 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, this is my... I'm kind of feeling this deck. I kind of feel like there's some interesting stuff that could happen. Reanimate a Spirit. I don't think there's any way we take advantage of Reanimate a Spirit in Tempest, though, right? That would really send it over the edge. No, not gonna happen. I still think that would be the play, though. Tempest plus Necrium. Let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious on this one. And if... yeah, this is definitely something I want to do more of, just because I think it's interesting to kind of challenge what I think about the game, and I think it could be like a cool kind of community thing too. I'm not sure if everyone gets the same deck, so that's one other thing that I will have to figure out. But if everybody gets the same decks, then I will definitely want to get these videos out like very early on in the month and start to figure out how I feel about the decks immediately. But either way, I think it's a really cool idea. And I think I would go Tempest Necrium. Let's take a look at this one, just because we looked at it first. Oh, it did have the Brigard Carrier. But it also just had a bunch of ways to upgrade. And it did have a pretty solid Exalt. And then the Stabilizing Assassin, just very, very good. You might have to play it just for Stabilizing Assassin. But I hate this. And nothing really jumps out to me as like a solid win condition or even really that good. Yeah, I think that Necrium just has the most win conditions and stuff as well. So let's fuse a new deck. It's going to be Tempest paired with Necrium, and we're going to go with Korok. This is going to be June Phantom. And I think I can just play it up against one of my other decks here against like an AI or something, right? Yeah, play offline versus the AI. Sure. They can play... I feel like this one might be the easiest for the AI to play, and I might have to make myself a little bit smaller here, but I'm kind of curious about that as well. I want to get that set up for tomorrow, which by the time you're seeing this, because I'm going to live stream that tournament, it's not tomorrow, it's probably a few days ago, maybe even a week ago. I don't know exactly when I will put this video out. I'll probably just make this Sunday's video or something. But yeah, if you're looking for more Solforge content, check out yesterday's video as well that I have not yet recorded. I assume I'm going to have to make myself a little bit smaller here. Whoa. Okay, no, I could get a little bigger. Cool. So, in the opening hand, we can make a spell sprite. We can... Yeah, I don't really love this one. Oh. Undo. I was trying to look at the 3 levels of this card. Yeah, this is not my strongest card, for sure. So we could play a Chain Lightning, and then we could just, like, Mongosaur the Chain Lightning. I think we realistically want to get this thing into play. We could deal 5 damage to it and kill something my opponent plays here. Sure. So let's play this here because we've got some mobility things. Deal 5 damage to this, 5 damage to this, and then I'll just make this a 7-1. I think that that's fine too. Okay. That's unfortunate because we would have traded had we not activated. Nothing I can do at this point. I could go River of Souls plus Engulfer and then engulf this Eidolon. That's a pretty big setup. But it might just be worth it. Yeah. Well, do I want to level that, or do I just want to level up the Shambling Maul? Shambling Maul still plays pretty well, and I could just play the River of Souls and not level up the Engulfer just yet. I might like that. So let's start with the Shambling Maul. So that way whatever they play next is going to get the business here. That gets -2/-2. So it's still going to hang on here. And then I get to make a zombie. Could just make a zombie right here in the center because I do kind of like activating on the zombie. Yeah, I'll do that. So let's remove an energy and then pump it up. Makes all my cards a little bit bigger. This gets to pump up backline things, which means they will get to make good use of it next turn. Dark Pyrings is reasonable because of the reanimation. And Immortal Echoes is just pretty fantastic. I think I want to start with Immortal Echoes. So we're going to start by upgrading a card in our discard pile, which is just going to be the Engulfer. Oh, that could have been Dreadbolt. Let's do Dreadbolt here. Just play it safe, and then I think I'm hitting confirm here. Yeah, because it's you may give a creature -2/-2. So we'll hit this with -2/-2, and then we'll also level up the Engulfer. So didn't actually matter that much. You may use an ability that's for this. Not going to use that just yet. They make a 1/7. So could Dark Pyrings. What are my reanimatable cards? Mongosaur can take this out. Commander can take out all of my cards, but I do still think I like the Commander. I mean, I think I just like leveling up this card. But I also like leveling up. I also like leveling up the Fleet Giant. Don't hate the Stout Spirit either. And it doesn't say what Slay does, but I have to imagine that's what that means. Yeah, I did kind of like this card too. I think I just want this leveled up though. Yeah, let's go for that. Alright, that's solid. We can take this out with our zombie. I maybe should have put this here, but no, it doesn't even kill it. Alright, I can play a Tempe's card for free at any point, which is pretty great. Probably want to move this. How do we use this effectively? I don't think we can. Definitely falling off a little bit right now. This is actually quite good. So Stone Skin here. Fight this. Trade with this. I think that's a pretty good use of Stone Skin. And if that's what I'm going to do, then I probably play Chain Lightning to just get a little bit of damage across the board too. I might play Vyric's Embrace here even as well. And just start to really get in for some damage. I think I want this here. Could also pump this up, but let's just do this. And yeah, we're fighting this. And then I hit my opponent for 2 damage twice. Cool. And the plan is to make a zombie, but let's see what my opponent does for the other part of their turn. Yikes. Okay. Definitely going to want a zombie then. I could start to make a Bloodlord bigger. I could steal some attack from this. Which would also, because this gets bonus attack, it would still hit my opponent for 2. I think I gotta go for this. Just get in. Oh, that's -3? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's just Vyric's Embrace something somewhere. Could even just be Vyric's Embrace on this. It's either on this or it's just on the Matriarch so I can finish it off next turn. Yeah, I think I like just chipping away at this. It'll still hit my opponent for 2 here because we pump up the Spell Sprite and gives us the opportunity to clear this 9/7 in the future. We're tied with my opponent right now on health, so not looking super great. Can give a creature -5/-5, so that could be good against whatever they play the second half of this turn, especially if Shambling Maul starts to take it out. This can give 2 of my other creatures +3 attack. That will never allow me to take out Shambling Maul. I can disintegrate it though. Yeah, I'll leave myself the option to maybe disintegrate this if this -4/-4 takes something out otherwise. It doesn't quite take it out. So what do you say here? Oh, but now I can take it out with the Immortal Echoes. Yeah, that's got to be what I do. Alright, so... I think I'm going to level up Chain Lightning and Smash Fist. Just not let them use that at all. And level up a reasonable card. This AI is doing pretty well for itself. Does this have any abilities on it? Okay, Dreadbolt can also take this out. River of Souls can also probably take this out. And then I have Engulfer, which cannot. There's only my cards that die, right? Yeah. I'm sure River of Souls is good enough to take out the Abetting Colossus, and then I'll just Dreadbolt this to not die. I think that's what I gotta do here. I guess I should double check that I can actually reanimate something. So the Engulfer will work, the Shambling Maul will not. It's really just the Engulfer, isn't it? Oh, the Stampeding Mongosaur can do it too. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, maybe it'll be the Stampeding Mongosaur. Taking out this, dealing 5 to whatever their second play is. So, let's just say done. We are indeed going to be able to do that. It means that we'll take an additional 11, unless we actually just want to Dreadbolt this now. Yeah, it's got Breakthrough. Okay. Dreadbolt here. And then, let's get back the Mongosaur. Choose a lane. Am I misunderstanding? What happens if I choose this? Oh, I think that that's a bug. Yeah, that's a bug. I just wanted to see if it was possible. I guess either way is fine. Does this have Breakthrough? Does this have Breakthrough? No. Whatever. It's not a huge bug. But it is a bit of a bug here. Take out this one. And take 9. So, yeah, definitely losing right now. Now I can Whirlwind. River of Souls. I got the Disintegrate again as well. Probably just use River of Souls and get back a level 2 card. Do I even have any level 2 creatures? It's like just Shambling Maul. Yeah, that's really awkward. I did not draw super hot on the second level there. And I guess I could have leveled other things to shuffle in. I'm not sure if I could have. Alright, well, we're probably just going to disintegrate this. There is the opportunity to Chain Lightning, and I guess Chain Lightning is good if I'm going to disintegrate as well. I'm just thinking if I ever want to set up with the Shambling Maul. If I ever want to get that online. But I think I just want to go Chain Lightning. The Spell Swarms are not big enough that we'll ever be able to trade off with this. Oh wait, are they? It's 3, 6. No. Not quite. Could use the Dark Pyrings, but that seems like a waste of that. So let's just do this. Oh, I guess I could give it +6 and move it over. That could also just be a way to push a lot of damage right now. Let's stop here for now, though. We trade with this. Actually, no, we don't. For a second, I thought we did. Now using this ability just to trade, it's not unreasonable. At the same time, I kind of want to push through damage. Oh, 8 to a creature that came into play this turn. Drat. Could use it on this. Take 9 again. Is there anything else really cool here? Could deal 2 damage. Yeah, that could be good. Deal 2 damage to this. That's overkill. Mongosaur. Mongosaur doesn't look like it can do anything here either. It's almost just like Shambling Maw and try to go for the damage push, but I don't think we have it. Feels bad to not play this, though. I think I just have to play it. It's going to pump up my team a little bit, which is good. And it's each spell that I play hits my opponent for a pretty good amount. Only question is, do I now use this? Oh, you know what I could do? I could move over this thing. Whatever this winds up being, move it over. And then it can trade with this. That might be good. Seven, so this would work. Really, anything would work. This is awkward because you can't move something and activate it at the same time. So yeah, it's just the Shambling Maws that are kind of traps here. 5. This is it'll be 1 short, which is really annoying. Yeah, I'm still going to go for this, though. Deal 5 to this. 5 to this. Oh, maybe there was something better with all of this movement available. But I'm not sure. And then I'm going to make another reanimation here, and I probably just deal 2 damage to this. And that way it finishes off this thing. Yeah, okay, that's actually pretty solid. And hits my opponent for another 2. So I'm currently... Ooh, okay, that could have been bad, but winds up being okay. I keep my 6/1 and my 4/5. Got Immortal Echoes, which does not destroy this. So I could use Stampeding Mongosaur to begin to finish this off. At which point that would hit this for 4, and then Immortal Echoes could finish it off. And I could upgrade a card twice and then play it for free. That's gotta be good. Yeah. So I'm Mongosauring and I'm killing the Spell Swarm. Sounds good. Kill Spell Swarm to begin to finish off this. It's awkward that the armor is protecting it there, but we battle through. We get through it here. This is a trade that I can make happen in 1 turn, and I probably will want to do so. I feel like I will activate River of Souls and then activate Nargath Commander, but let's start here. Oh, so this is just going to be this. Oh, should I use that on this? No, because it won't give my stealth creature aggressive. So I guess I'm just upgrading this card. And then I could play the Mongosaur, killing the Glowhive. No, I think I just want this. And I think I want it right here even. So that way I can make it a 10-12. It's a little more likely to slay. Oh, that was... Oh, I played the last card of the turn. That's still fine. Dreadbolt, really good. Rolling Rock Hider, really good. Could also play the Nargath Commander. I don't really know what I'm doing to some extent. I feel like I'm just going to be able to win the game this turn. So, yeah, this is interesting. I don't know if this was right, but I think it's fine. I feel like I'm playing Dreadbolt as my second play, so I just want to figure out, I guess this might be the most damage. This is comparable damage, so is this, really? Let's just start with this. Alright, pumping. Oh, is this another one of your creatures? Oh, so it's not even pumping. So we just do... Now I just use this. Right? So that way I can flip this battle. I don't know if that's right. I think I should just press damage. I can use Stone Skin. Oh, and then, is this a sleigh? This has got to be a sleigh, huh? Yeah, that's a sleigh, baby. Cool. I made this way too killable, but they still have to block it, and then I 100% get the sleigh, and can make this a relevant card now, too. Might just be this, though. 16 better than 10-10. Thing is, either of these cards are lethal, because I can hit my opponent for 12 in a second. I want to take the damage. It's a little awkward at this stage of the game, but definitely taking it. Oh, they gained the health before we could hit them. Shouldn't matter here still, though. Dreadbolt's reasonable. I probably go for the River of Souls as well. Let's just do this so they can't gain more life, and I probably kill them right now. Then let's see what we can reanimate. Just level 1 and 2 things. Could go for the level 2 Fist. Oh, the level 2 Mongosaur is actually insane. Yeah, that's the play. Alright, level 2 Mongo. Wabam. I'll reanimate on this space just to keep me honest here. And then I'm going to deal 9 damage here, 9 damage here. That's beautiful. I have not even made my play for the turn. Probably did not need to do that just yet. Do I go Stout while I can? I mean, I think I just play this. Because I probably just played Dreadbolt to finish it off. I do give my opponent the opportunity to deal 1 damage to everything here and really screw me. But that's fine. Let's just disintegrate this. And that should be all she wrote, baby. Oh, I even had the last play. Yeah. So we got him good there. We got him good. Didn't even need my Forgeborn ability. Pretty sweet. It was a little close there for playing up against the AI. Maybe that's part of this new update, though. They updated and made the AI a little bit stronger. But let me know what you thought about this video, just like as far as content goes. Do you want to see more videos like this? The plan would be to, in 8 days and 16 hours and 33 minutes, record a pretty similar video to this one and have that be a recurring segment on the channel. And also let me know what you thought about the decks that I chose and the ultimate fused deck that I selected here. And then let me know if you got those same ones and if you did the same thing. And then I guess the final question is, I actually have a few thoughts. So I wanted to say that, yeah, if you don't have them, like, let me know what you think of the ones that I selected. And then I just wanted to like mention, in case it wasn't obvious, but you are allowed to combine these decks with like other decks that you have, and that provides some interesting stuff. And that is the reason that I feel like everybody probably gets the same ones, but I'm not sure. Either way, seems like a really sweet new way to just engage with Solforge Fusion on a way that will make me load up the game on a regular basis, because it's going to have me check in with new content without having to worry about like new sets coming out every once in a while. Though they are being pretty consistent with the new sets and stuff as well. The last thing, I think this is the last thing that I wanted to say here. Honestly, I don't remember at this point. Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing some more, I remembered, I'm going to be doing some more sealed events and stuff as well. So hopefully this style of content is something that you can appreciate. And even if I'm not totally at the top echelon in Solforge Fusion yet, we'll get there. And part of the way that I will get there, I do legitimately welcome any type of critique or constructive criticism, and like just thoughts on any comments that you make on, oh, I would have considered this deck with this deck, or consider this card or this mechanic you might be undervaluing. or this card you might be undervaluing. Definitely really interested in all of that feedback because I'm a Solforge veteran, but still definitely learning the ropes here for Solforge Fusion. But for today, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.